Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Cheer to God. I'm a little bit sick, a lot of bit sick. Excuse me. Whoa, whoa, sorry. I'm a lot of bit sick right now, so this video is gonna be kind of short. Um, but I want to do Kaido versus Sukuna. I know. It's so clear. It's so obvious. It's so one-sided. What are you talking about? Why are you even making this video? Are you crazy? All of that is true. I'm crazy. Um, it is extremely one-sided. Kaido's faster, more durable, stronger. Has way more AP. Well, AP is where the debatable part comes from right here. Now, if they fought, let's say, before Sukuna, obviously spoilers alert, before Sukuna defeated Gojo, if that was the fight, right, then Sukuna loses immediately, no questions asked. Um, and we'll even give him, 10 shadows, we'll give him Maharaga. Ooh, do we give him Maharaga? Yeah, my heart gets one shot anyway. We give him Maraga, we give him all of these things, right? Sukuna himself gets one shot. I'm not gonna lie to you, just because Kaido's AP is just insane. One Piece AP in general, in comparison to JJK, is completely different. Now, to be fair, to Sukuna, he does have a high durability. Kaido's is higher, but he does have insane durability because he tanked Hollow Purple from close range. It did damage him a lot, but he did tank it. Is Hollow Purple as strong as Kaido's, named attacks? Um, we do know that Kaido also like takes it easy quite frequently. And he's like, I don't know, he doesn't like necessarily go all out immediately. And he also just doesn't defend. And the doesn't defend part is kind of his weakness. But then I think his size kind of also makes up for it. Um, Sukuna slashes are big, but they're not. I suppose they did split buildings. They are pretty freaking massive. So if Sukuna has that, cutter of world slash that he used against Gojo, listen, there's no doubt that Kaido can completely dodge it. But would Kaido dodge it? Right? It's kind of implied that Big Mom has a better what you call it, advanced sight. What's it? Future sight, has better future sight than Kaido, because when Zoro at the rooftop did his one sword slash, Big Mom was the one that told Kaido, you have to dodge this attack. Kaido, I think, maybe purposely doesn't use future sight just for the thrill of the battle or whatever it is. It's not really clear because haki in general isn't always super clear. I know those arguments. Oh, those the little freaking kanji, those this, those that. Listen, I'm just saying it's not always super clear. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least to us Western readers. Um, but yeah, so if let's say he doesn't use future sight and he gets hit with that slash, uh, haki conquers all, but obviously we're gonna have to, you know, uh, let's say not. Listen, if we do Kaido versus Sukuna and we even out speed, I think Sukuna wins because of his new attack, and like I don't think domain expansion would matter that much because I think Kaido's durability would be, because Gojo tanked it. I think Kaido's durability would easily tank it as well. Um, but his new slash bypasses durability. So that's the only thing. And we don't know if his new slash can now be equipped into his domain expansion, which just means his domain expansion is essentially unbeatable. And the one person that could have beat it is defeated. So that's kind of the only thing right there. If we do, and I do want to make this clear, I think if we do equalize stats, I think Sukuna dog walks. I'm not gonna lie, just because Kaido is the stronger opponent, but Sukuna's hacks, I think, just outdo Kaido. But if we're going by how they are in the verses, and all we say is that the equivalent haki is the equivalent of the curse energy, for example, right? Um, I think stamina wise, neither of them would really have an issue. Um, but I think it really goes down to a battle of attrition if we have equalized speed. If we don't have equalized speed, I think Kaido pulls up, one hits Sukuna. Sukuna fucking needs to recover all his fucking, you know what I'm saying, uses insane reverse energy, curse energy to heal. Kaido probably sees this, fucking speed blitzes him again, and he stomps him out. I don't even think Sukuna gets a chance to throw a slash. And if he does, we know that Sukuna's first slashes are usually weak, right? Even against Maharaga, against Ryu, against pretty much every opponent. He's trash at assessing how much power he should give his first slash. He always just takes it. Now he might see Kaido and be like, "Yo, this man might be more powerful than me," and just go with the mega slash immediately. But again, Kaido doesn't really ask questions either. Kaido does pull up and hit you with the hammer straight away. So I think he hits him with that big old bat, bro, with haki infused into that shit. Sukuna got knocked out by a Black Flash, infused punch by Gojo. I think it's similar story here. I think he gets knocked out. Kaido stomps him out. I think it's over, right? But if you equalize speeds, Sukuna absolutely dodges that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least tries to dodge it. Does he dodge it? So this is the problem as well, because Sukuna's hand to hand is like so far. Like it's like you know what I'm saying? We know that Gojo is superior to Hakari's hand to hand, and Hakari was comparable to Kashimo, maybe a little worse. And Kashimo got cooked by Sukuna because of the forehands and shit. But so Sukuna and Gojo are like similar. If we kind of use headcanon to boost up Sukuna here, because he did get Maliwap, but he only had two hands or whatever. Um, and Kaido is like not the most technically gifted, but he doesn't need to be because his attack area of effect is ginormous because he's so fucking big. He can also turn into a dragon and fly. And if he shoots out one of those beams, Sukuna's cooked. Like there's just too many win cons for Kaido here. Yes, Sukuna's slash bypasses durability, um, but I don't know if he gets the time to take to even throw it. Even if we equalize speeds and stats, I think that the difficult part is the size difference. Kaido is ginormous, and we know that in One Piece these dudes be fighting giants, no problem. Um, and Sukuna slash might just reach his arm or his leg or whatever, and if he touches him once with that, I think Kaido turns into the dragon, and he does something. But I think equalized speeds and stats is the more interesting debate, so I'll try to focus on that for the rest of the video. Like I said, not equalized stats, then obviously Kaido one shots, blitz, speed blitz, whatever you want, easy. But again, listen, this is the important part here for people that I know One Piece fans are probably gonna start going crazy. Like Sukuna has no chance even with equalized stats. Kaido's the greatest. Kaido's the strongest person in One Piece, which it's just not true because he has so many losses in his resume that people always conveniently forget to talk about. I don't know if it's to hype up how strong current Luffy is or whatever, but he has losses against quite a number of people. When we first introduced to him, he talks about these losses. I think uh, Big Mom, Shanks, um, but there's a few. I'm not going to go back to those panels, but if you go back, just type in Kaido's first appearance, you'll see like he names his losses. The only thing is nobody could kill him, but I don't think those people tried to kill him either. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of the thing about it. He gets damaged, but he can tank blunt damage pretty well. Um, I think Sukuna's regular slashes do nothing because I think like King of Hell slash by Zoro is superior to Sukuna slashes. Um, I mean, listen, Zoro cut a mountain by accident almost. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole hill by accident. And I think Zoro slash cuts are way more powerful than Sukuna's, but I think Sukuna's world splitting, tearing the existence rather than the person slash would absolutely affect would affect what's his name Kaido. Now, and with equalized stats, we would have to assume that Sukuna has more cursed energy than Kaido has haki, and I will only say that because Sukuna is the highest, let's say, curse energy in his own verse, while Kaido is not the highest haki in his own verse, as far as we know. And so I would have to give Sukuna the edge here because he's the top number one in his verse, and Kaido isn't, right? I think that's kind of fair enough. Durability definitely goes to Kaido. Speed equalizing. Strength goes to Kaido. hacks has to go to Sukuna here because domain expansion, which I don't think is going to affect Kaido at all, unless it's the world splitting one, but I just don't think that's the case. Um, and and I think that's it. That's the only way Sukuna wins. Sukuna's win con is that those speeds have to be equalized. Um, but Sukuna has to also cut with the world cut and slash like immediately, like off the bat. And Kaido has to be in character in that dodge because we know Kaido in character just does not dodge moves. Um, he was forced to dodge by Big Mom and then was a bit more wary. But before that, it seems like he was just willing to take it. So there was a bit of carelessness. While Sukuna also takes stuff, I think he's a bit less careless about it. So it depends here kind of on personality. If we just say that they're fighting at the absolute peak and Kaido's using Future Sight, there's absolutely no chance for Sukuna, regardless of what moves he has, because Kaido will dodge the world splitting cut, and he will touch up Sukuna, and he has area of effect attacks. He doesn't have to directly hit Sukuna. He can just hit the ground Sukuna is on, and destabilize him, 4 arms, 10 arms, whatever, how many arms you want to give it to him. I don't think it matters because Kaido's strength is way superior. So the win con for Sukuna is Kaido has to be in character where he's just willing to tank shit for no reason. Um, and Sukuna has to use the world cutting technique and not miss immediately. Otherwise, Kaido wins. Basically, Kaido wins 9 out of 10 kind of situation in most situations. If in character, he might lose a few more because he usually is willing to tank attacks. If Sukuna aims for the head, he's done. He's gone. If he aims, for the arm or something else, then if Kaido's arm is gone, Kaido will just transform into a dragon or immediately just realize, okay, this guy's trouble, turn on Future Sight, and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So there's a few, it's an interesting conversation. I know it seems like it's not, but I really think it is. Um, Kaido wins basically most of the time, but I think Sukuna does have win cons. What do you guys think? It's been your boy Supreme J the God. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. I'm out.